What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a review, more like just an unboxing of Archenemy Nicol Bolas. I think this came out like, three weeks ago. And if you haven't noticed already, my friend Johnny's not here, so this is going to be like a solo video with my, my trusty knife. So basically, this isn't going to be like a test video, this is just going to be basically an unboxing of what it is. So I tried fixing the lights a little bit and aperture and tried to straighten out the camera a little bit. I'm not too sure. I'm going to try to get an overhead camera rig, so it's going to be a lot better and just better in general, So let me start opening this. By the way, that's not working. There we go. My handy dandy knife right here. I might put that to the side. So yeah, I've been pretty excited about this. I heard about it probably a week or two before it was actually released. So let me put this trash. So yeah, I know it's kind of backwards in the camera, I'm pretty sure. If not, then it might sound stupid. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for it. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically, there's one deck, a 60 card deck of Nicol Bolas, his Planeswalker, and he gets 20 extra, what were they called? God, what were they called? Scheme cards. What it is, it's like a 1v3 versus Gideon, or is it Nissa and Chandra? Gideon, Nissa and Chandra versus Nicol Bolas. But it's even, or so they say it's even, which I don't doubt, because Nicol Bolas has 20 scheme cards that kind of evens the playing field a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna open it up. I know that I'll read the back to you. How about that? Starting from the top, you are the ancient, powerful Planeswalker Nicol Bolas. Become the Archenemy and challenge 3 opposing players to team up to attempt to take you down. This ready-to-play Magic experience includes everything you need for a multiplayer Archenemy game right out of the box. Each of your opponents chooses a 60-card deck featuring one of 3 heroes, Gideon Jura, Chandra Nalar, or Nissa Ravane, while you play with the 60-card Nicol Bolas deck. Although you are outnumbered, you are never outmatched. As the Archenemy, you gain access to an additional deck of 20 oversized scheme cards that level the playing field. Gain bonuses and unleash powerful effects as you build your advantage and claim ultimate victory. I know that you can't really see the picture. I'll try to find one online and just put it on screen. But it also comes with 4 60-card decks, each with a Planeswalker featuring new art, which I noticed. A 20-card deck of all new scheme cards, which I said already. 4 deck boxes, which is actually pretty cool. 10 double-sided tokens, specialized life counter, and rules insert. Sorry, I paused because I was confused on 10 double-sided tokens, but I was thinking about the dice for some reason. So let's actually open this now. Try to get that on camera. Oh, I love opening these boxes. It's just like it slides off. If it would come off. It's too tight, my bad. Okay, so right off the bat, I can see this is a really cool life counter. Oh, this is neat. I really like this, actually. So, if you can't really tell what it is, oh, that's cool, man. I know you can't really, try to get that to focus. I don't know if it will. But basically, it's just a life counter. It's like a rolly little thing. And you just switch gears, and it changes it. So you'd probably be at, starts at 0, go all the way up. Whoops, went past it. To 20 right there. But you'd have to actually set it up to where it's like standing on 20, like that. So then, it's pretty self-explanatory, but that's pretty cool. So I'll just lay that to the side over here. Okay, what's next? This is just some cardboard. I don't know. Put that in the box. Ooh, what's this? It's like a weird envelope thing. Put this to the side. What is this? Are these the decks, I think? Oh yeah, I think these are the card box, deck box thing. Oh yeah, oh that's cool. You just open them up like that, and then, sorry, I've never really built a deck like this, but it's something like this basically. It's just a little deck box, which I find pretty cool. You should be able to I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So there's the Nicol Bolas deck box. Find that pretty cool. It says Nicol Bolas on top. That's the back, size, blah, blah, blah. Same for all these, but I'm not going to build all these right now. Here's Gideon, Nissa and Chandra. So yeah, I'm just going to lay these to the side also. Alright, now this is where we actually get into the decks. So as you can see, here's some tokens. Just little add-on, I guess, I don't know. Goes to the side also. Alright, this is what is actually exciting me a little bit. So here's the Gideon Planeswalker, the new art. You know, it's one of the decks that you verse Nicol Bolas with, one of the 3 decks. Here's Chandra. If you want me to read the effects, you know, they'll probably just be on screen. I like to put the cards on screen. And here is Nissa, who's one of my favorite Planeswalkers other than Gideon. But you know, and then this is what we've all been waiting for. Well, what I've been waiting for. Just put this back in the box. Nicol Bolas, which, I don't know, people really think he's like the best Planeswalker, the worst Planeswalker. I don't know, man. I can't really decide. I don't think this is standard, is it? Pretty sure it's not. I'm just going to read his effects just cuz. The +3 effect is to destroy target non-creature permanent. The -2 effect is gain control of target creature. And -9 is Nicol Bolas Planeswalker deals 7 damage to target player. That player discards 7 cards and sacrifices 7 permanents. Huh. Does that mean you have to sacrifice 7 permanents? Or can you sacrifice up to 7 permanents? Like, I'm guessing it's up to, but you know, I'm just curious. So yeah, here's the 4 Planeswalker decks with Nicol Bolas on top. Yep, that's about it. There they are. Nothing special about those. Oh yeah, by the way, in the first video I did where we were doing the booster box opening, I noticed I said nothing special a lot, and that's just habit. I don't mean to say that. Oh yeah, and here's the 20 scheme cards. I'll open these up in a second, but they're freaking massive. Like, they're way bigger than the actual decks themselves, as you can tell already. I'm trying to get that in camera. It's pretty insane how big they are. Oh. Alright, what should we start out with? Should we open this? Nah, let's open the actual decks first. Okay, I don't want to get any hate for this, but I'm going to choose my least favorite Planeswalker, and that's Chandra, and then it'll be Nissa, and then Gideon, you know, oh, and then Nicol Bolas, obviously. But Chandra is my least favorite, just, you know, I'm not really a fire player. I don't really think of myself as a fire player. I like playing blue, green, white, so, you know. Same with Nicol Bolas, man. He includes some fire, but I think he's like, what is he? Well, he includes 3 colors. So yeah, I know I probably already put it all on screen, but I'm just gonna look through all these cards real quick. Oh, these are cool. Yeah, I've seen a lot of these. Most of these are from Amon. Are these all from Amonkhet? No, not all of them. Some of, whoa, hold up. Huh. Some of these are from some older, I can't remember what the set's called. Can't think of it at the top of my head, but I'll show you the emblem. 1 second. It's, if it focuses. It's like that emblem. I can't remember exactly what set that is. You could leave that in the comments if possible. But yeah. Let me just put all this back together. So yeah, there's Chandra's deck I just opened right there. I don't know. I don't really like Chandra. It's just my personal taste. Now let's open this, one of my favorite Planeswalkers. I like a Johnny, that's why I put him in my banner if you notice it's new. Or if you're new, you just notice it's in my banner. And there she is, it's open now. Sorry if this is a really bad unboxing, it's one of my first just review type things. Just leave in the comments if you want any tips, or if you want to leave any tips, you know, what I could do better, because, I don't know, I'm not used to doing this, but I just really like unboxing things, especially Magic. It's one of my hobbies. It's one of my favorite hobbies, that's why I based this on the channel. Yep, I just looked through her cards there. I'm not going to say nothing special. They're pretty cool. Yep, put her next to Chandra for now. And then I'll open Gideon. I'm really excited to look through these scheme cards. I'll read through them all. Hopefully I can find them on the internet so I can just put them on screen so I don't have to hold them up to the camera every time. I'm horrible at opening decks. There we go. And then my favorite. Well, yeah, my favorite. Gideon. Gideon Jura. And yeah, I'm just going to look through his deck also. Oh god, these cards are stuck together. Listen. You can hold up. You can hear them. Oh my god, what the heck? That was... Oh, wow. Well, that's not good. it rips some of the card. It's a little... Well, that's a negative review right there. And there's a lot stuck together. Oh wow, it's messing up the cards. Okay, it only messed up 2 cards, but still, that's kind of messed up. Like, they should either package it better. I don't know. I'm not going to blame them for that. It's probably just a packaging issue. I probably won't even use these anyways. It's kind of annoying though. Anyways, these are the 4 cards that it happened to. I'll show you what it did. So basically, it just did little marks like that. If you can see them on the actual card, hopefully it focuses. It's little white, little scratches, and on the back you can see there's a white scratch right here. Did it focus? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm not going to blame them for that. It's probably a packaging issue, but still, it's kind of annoying. I'm not going to use these decks that much. I'm just curious. I'll probably do a video on the 1v3. And they'll be in sleeves either way, so it's not really a big concern of mine. Oh, wow. Oh, maybe I should read out some of the rares in the... Wait, are these all rares? Okay. Maybe I should read out all the rares in these decks. That would be a pretty good type of... Okay, yeah, I'll do that. So, starting with Gideon. Let's do that. So I'll put Gideon's deck right here. Then open the tokens later. Move these really weird deck boxes over here. The Nicol Bolas one. Okay. Try to make this look aesthetic. Okay. So, one of the rares is Sun Titan. He has Vigilance. He's a 6/6 for 6. Whenever Sun Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, you may return target permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's alright. It's a 6/6 for 6, and that's all it really does. Oh, when it attacks. And okay, I guess it says it don't have to really deal damage. This is a 5/5 for 6. It's a Aegis Angel. It has flying. When Aegis Angel enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control. Okay, that I really do like that. Effects that say destroy don't destroy it. A creature with indestructible can't be... Okay, yeah, so that's self-explanatory. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I'm going to read the actual Planeswalker last. Light Wielder Paladin. It's a 4/4/4/5. That's first strike. Whenever Light Wielder Paladin deals combat damage to a player, you may exile target black or red permanent that player controls. Yeah, that's nothing really that good. It's only red or black that you can really target. This is a 3/4/4/4. It has first strike. His name is Audric, Master Tactician. Whenever Audric, Master Tactician, and at least 3 other creatures attack, you choose which creatures block this combat and how those creatures block. I have mixed feelings about that card. That could be good in some situations, but I just don't personally like it. It's nothing really... I was going to say, it's nothing special, like I always do. This one has first strike and lifelink. His name is Fiendslayer Paladin. I like the art on it. It looks really cool. It's like some weird lightsaber, a light sword mostly. It's a 2/2 for 3. It has first strike and lifelink. That's really good. Fiendslayer Paladin can't be the target of black or red spells your opponent controls. Okay, I would use this card. I really would. Yeah, it's 3 mana cost and it's 2/2, so it's not bad. And it has first strike and lifelink, so I mean, like, it really has some potential there. So I'm going to put that on top just because it's my favorite card. I might use it. I don't think it's in the standard set. I might be wrong. I'm not really familiar with the set on these cards. I already showed. I'll show it again just because maybe someone could tell me what that is if it focuses. Maybe if I like draw out a little. Come on. Slowly going like this. Hello? Focus. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Alright, let me read this. Mentor of the Meek. It's a 2/2 for 3. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. I guess that would be good for like a cat deck kind of thing. Wait, do cats have 2 or 1/2? Or 1/1? I don't know. Again, I joined in Origins and I just got back into it, so I'm not really fully familiar with all these. Precinct Captain. He's a 2/2 for 2, so that's good. He has first strike, which is also good. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. I would use this card. This is a good card. I like it. It's a pretty low mana cost. You can summon another creature when you deal combat damage. Alright, this is also a 2/2 for 2. His name is Grand Abolisher. During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchant. That's nice. That's really good. So basically, you have them on, yeah, you have them on the field. They can't really cast spells. That's what it says. Can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Yeah, so basically, you're kind of safe from most attacks. Unless you're countered, but, you know, I don't think they would counter that. Actually, take that back. And now we're at Gideon, the actual Planeswalker. You know, my favorite. His +2 during target opponent's next turn. Creatures that player controls attack Gideon Jura if able. Okay. Destroy target I'm sick. And I'm talking out of my mouth and breathing out of my mouth, so I slur and I stutter a lot. So I'm sorry for that. So let me restart. -2, destroy target tapped creature. And then a 0... Huh? Why is there a 0 cost? Okay. Until end of turn, Gideon Jura becomes a 6/6 human soldier creature that's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that be dealt to him this turn. That's really good. That's really good. That's insane, actually. Wow. Wow, okay. Well, that was all of the Gideon Planeswalker deck's rares. I kind of liked them. Like, I had mixed feelings about some of them, but I really like most of them. So let me just put this to the side. And I know this isn't the best review you're going to get for this deck, or this box, but I'm trying, man. I gotta try sometime, you know what I mean? Alright, let me get all these rares out of Nissa's deck. Alright. But yeah, other than like the weird set, I don't know the set this is from other than all the Amonkhet cards. But yeah, I don't really know the set. Alright, let's start from the bottom. Hunter's Prowess. It's a sorcery, and it's 5 mana cost. Until end of turn, target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards. That's actually really good, but it's a pretty high mana cost for a sorcery. It's not an instant. It'd probably be better if it were an instant, but you know, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. So I guess you could do something with that. Alright, next is a legendary artifact. It's an equipment. The name is Sword of the Animist. It's a 2 mana cost. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. And you have to equip it for 2, so I like it. It's alright. I'm just gonna say nothing special because that's my like trademark. Alright, this is a creature. It's a 6/6 for 6, so that's not bad, I guess. Has trample and landfall. If you don't know what landfall is, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may create a 4/4 green beast creature token. I like it. Be good for a green buff deck, maybe a ramp deck, but I wouldn't really center a ramp deck over that card, in my opinion. I don't know, I might be pretty stupid with green decks. I personally like blue. You can call me mean for that, an idiot. I don't know. This is a Hydra. It's a 5/5 for 6. Has trample. It also has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Oran Reef Hydra, which is this card. If that land is a forest, put 2 +1/+1 counters on. Okay, so you can put 2 on him instead if it's a forest. But if it's like a fire, like a mana for fire, then you only put 1/1 counter on him. Alright, that's pretty cool. This might not be interesting at all. I just got it. I'm like, this would be a pretty cool video. This one's name is Thragtusk. It's a 5/3 for 5. Whenever he enters the battlefield, you gain 5 life. That's good. I mean, what else can I say about that? When he leaves the battlefield, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Honestly, this would be a good card to play because you enter him in the battlefield, you gain 5 life, right? And then you have him. He's a 5/3, which is not bad for 5 mana. I mean, it could be better, but still. And then when he leaves, you can create another creature token for a 3/3 green beast. So I would say it's an overall good card in my opinion. This is a creature elemental. It's a 0/3 for 4. Forgotten Ancient. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a 1/1 counter on him. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may remove any number of 1/1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. I mean, I just don't like that type. I don't like counters. It's just me. Yeah, counters can be good, but I'm more of a... Again, I'm a blue player. I like countering, you know what I mean? Like, I really just love controlling the whole game. People hate blue. I don't know why. Maybe because it's not fun versing. I can understand that, but it's fun if you play it. You should try it sometime, even if you hate the color. This is a creature. It's an insect. It's a 1/1 for 1. His name is Scute Mob. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 5 or more lands, put 4 1/1 counters on Scoot Mob. So you become a 5/5 for 1 mana cost. That's not bad. It's really not. So what you could do, I mean, you could put them on the battlefield early, and then say you get 5 lands, then after your next upkeep, then you use a 5/5. Or you could save them and then kind of like, be like, oh, I have a 1/1, I'm going to summon him, and then you can be like, oh, your opponent will be like, oh, that's not really threatening, but then you can read the effect, and bam, he's a 5/5. I might be sounding stupid, but honestly, that'd be pretty cool. And the Planeswalker, Nissa. You all know who she is. Her +1, target land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with trample. It's still a land. Her other +1 is untap up to 4 target forests. Wow, that's really good. And her -7 is search your library for any number of basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Those lands become 4/4 elemental creatures with trample. They're still lands. What? So you can basically put as many lands on the field as you want, and that's crazy. That's really good. I hope she's in freaking standard. I don't know if the set's in standard, but I hope she is. That'd be a nice card to put in the standard. Or use in standard. Did I forget someone? Oh yeah, my bad. And Chandra. I think this is, yeah, Chandra. I'm gonna get the rares from this. Alright. Alright. Avatar of Fury. It's a 6/6 for 8. It's a creature, it's an avatar. If an opponent controls 7 or more lands, Avatar of Fury costs 6 less to cast. Huh. So it basically just costs 2. Well, it would cost 2. And it's flying. And you can kind of pump it for 1 and it gets a +1 until end of turn. This is a good card. This is a... I personally think it's a great card. I mean, yeah, your opponent needs 6 or more lands, but still, I mean... Say you're versing like a control deck that like draws cards and puts lands on the field, right? You pull this out, and then you pump him. Say you have 4 lands, you pump him for 4, he suddenly becomes a 10... Is it a +1/+1? No, it's a 10/6. So that's insane. I really like that card. I don't know, I just really like it. Alright, this is a giant creature. 6/6 for 6. You can pump him, and he gets +1 until end of turn. It costs 1 fire mana. Whenever Inferno Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures and or players. So you can pump him, and then when he enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 to whatever. So it's like an extra 3 damage each attack, and when he enters the battlefield, so that's pretty good. What's next? A Torchling. It's a creature shapeshifter. I love shapeshifters. It's a 3/3 for 5. You can use 1 fire... Wow, this is complex. You can use 1 fire mana to untap him, 1 fire mana to target creature blocks Torchling this turn if able, or another 1 fire mana to change the target of a target spell that targets only Torch. That's a lot. So it's changing the target of a target spell that targets him. Huh. Okay. And then it costs another 1 of any mana to get +1, or another 1 gets a -1/+1 until end of turn. This is a card you really can do like a lot with. It's just very complex. I know I'm going to put it on the screen, but I'm just going to show you anyways. I don't know how I feel about that card. I guess it could be good for some decks. Alright. This is Obsidian Fireheart. It's an elemental creature. It's a 4/4 for 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use 1 and 2 fire mana to put a blaze counter on target land without a blaze counter on it. For as long as that land has a blaze counter on it, it has, at the beginning of your upkeep, this land deals 1 damage to you. The land continues to burn after Obsidian Fire has left the battlefield. I don't like that card, personally. I mean, yeah, it could be good, but I just don't like it. And Dualcaster Mage. It's a human wizard. It's a 2/2 for 3. It has Flash, which is not bad at all. When Dualmaster Mage enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Oh, I love those types. It's really cool that it's actually cool that it's a creature. So you can say that you shock on it. You can copy that and then choose a new target for it. So you can choose one of their creatures and then use it on them. Chandra's Phoenix. It's a 2/2 for 3. It has flying and a haste. Flying and a haste. I meant flying and haste. Whenever an opponent is dealt damage by a red instant or sorcery spell, you control, or by a red planeswalker you control, return Chandra's Phoenix from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah. I like it. I know I have some boring like reviews. I'm like, yeah, I like it, I don't like it. I'm going off of what I'm thinking right now. And I'm kind of tired. It's pretty late at night and I'm sick. This is a 1/1 for 1. I just really want to do this video. His name is Grim Lavamancer. You can tap and pay 1 fire mana to exile 2 cards from your graveyard. And then Grim Lavamancer deals 2 damage to target creature player. Huh. That's cool. I mean, this would be more in like a... I don't really know if red can be control. I might be wrong, but I guess you could do that in a type of control deck because you just want to like basically keep him on the field. Say you could like buff him up so no one can destroy him or something, or have like an effect on him where he can't be destroyed or he's indestructible or something. You could just keep using that 1 fire mana and keep tapping him to deal 2. So you need only like 10 rounds to just end your opponent if he doesn't gain life or anything. And now we're at Chandra, the Planeswalker, my least favorite. Not trying to start much beef or anything, but you know. Her +1 is Chandra, Pirate Master, deals 1 damage to target player and 1 damage up to 1 target creature that player controls. That creature can't block this turn. Her 0 is exile the top card of your library you may play at this turn. That's cool. Her -7 is exile the top 10 cards of your library, choose an instant or sorcery card, exile this way, and copy it 3 times. Wow. You may cast the copies without paying their mana costs. I'm starting to like Chandra now. I mean, this card's really good. I like it. Some people will have mixed feelings about it, I bet. I know I'm probably on the side where a lot of people don't like it. But, you know, man, I like the card. I personally like the card. So I went over those. I haven't even opened Nicol Bolas yet, so it's good. I can just go over his rares. And him himself. God, I hate opening these things. Let's open him up. Ugh. Remember to leave me tips, guys. I really would like to know what I could do better, because I know I'm not the best YouTuber. I know I'm not the best Magic YouTuber. Info, you know, all that jazz. I just enjoy what I do, and that's why I upload, man. I feel like that's all to it. Alright, so the first rare I got was Drowned Catacomb. It's a land. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control an island or a swamp. That's pretty self-explanatory. I got another one. It's another land, Dragon Skull Summit. Dragon Skull enters the battlefield unless you control a swamp or a mountain. It's basically the same as this, other than it's not an island. This one is a sorcery. It's X and 1 fire that it costs. Choose a color. Sudden Demise deals X damage to each creature of the chosen color. Wow, I personally like that card. I don't know what it would be good. Oh my lord, I've never really seen a card like this before. So this card is called Cruel Ultimatum. I'm going to put this on, well, I put every card on screen, well, every rare. As you can see, the mana cost is really crazy. It's 2 blue, 3 black, and 2 red. Jesus. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, discards 3 cards, then loses 5 life. You return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, draw 3 cards, then gain 5 life. That's basically a screw you and then yay me. That's what I think anyways. Holy crap, that's a lot. Alright, Dreadbore, it's 1 black and 1 fire mana. Sorcery, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Wow, really? Or planeswalker? That's a denial right there. I'm really, like, still confused about this freaking set. I don't know if this can be used as standard or not. I've never really seen it before. This one's called Blood Tyrant. It costs 4 of anything, 1 blue, 1 black, and 1 red. It's a vampire creature. It has flying and trample, and it's a 5/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player loses 1 life. Put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Tyrant for each 1 life lost this way. Wow, that's really good. Whenever a player loses the game, put 5 +1/+1 counters on Blood Tyrant. Oh, okay. So this would be like for this, like a 1v3, you know? Who knows? Maybe the set's just for this. I don't know. Might. Sorry about that, guys. My camera cut out again. It just says movie recording is stopped automatically, so I don't know why it does that. I don't know where it cut off, so let's just continue. I was in the Nicol Bolas deck. I hope it got to that. I'll watch the camera from now on, so I'll look up every once in a while. So I'm sorry for that. I went over all these cards. If they look familiar to you in any way, I hope it was recorded. So I'm gonna have to like probably do an apology video, but that's what I went through. If it looks familiar, I hope it does, because I really, really, really am mad at my camera right now. Anyways, let's continue. Again, I'm not a professional camera worker. I just got a camera and I like filming with it. Alright, this is a blue, it's a Sphinx. It's Sphinx of Jor Isle or something. It's flying, it's 5/5 for 6. It has Shroud. This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities, so it's kind of like hexproof. You may look at the top of your library. You may do this at any time. Or the top card of your library. You may do this at any time. I like this card. It's really good. It's like, well, it's basically scrying. It doesn't say you can scry, but it's basically, you look and you see if you like it, and then you can set up a plan one round early. This is a demon. It's a 6 mana cost. It's a 5/5. It has Death Touch. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may draw a card. Again, I don't really like that card because it's really relying on oh wait, it's a non-token creature. Never mind. Blah blah blah. Ignore what I said. Prognostic Sphinx. I know what this card does. I feel like everyone knows what this card does. It's a 3/5 for 5. It's flying. Discard a card. Prognostic Sphinx gains hexproof until end of turn. Tap it. Whenever Prognostic Sphinx attacks, scry 3. And you know what scry means. I'm not going to read that whole thing. I mean, I've seen that card a lot. I like it. It's alright, in my opinion. Icefall Region, I've seen this also. But they have like the... I'm guessing these can be used, and I'm hoping these can. And this set, I really am probably wrong about this, but I think the set is for this. Oh, God, I'm not an old player, man. I started in Origins. I already said this. Icefall Region. It's a creature, it's a dragon. It's 4/3, 4/5. It has flying. Whenever Icefall Region enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's controller's untap step for as long as you control Icefall Region. Spells your opponent casts that target Icefall Region costs 2 more to cast. I like that effect. That's really nice. I really like this card. Okay, we're on our second to last card from Nicol Bolas. Archfiend of Depravity. It's a demon. It's a 5/4 for 5. It has flying. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, that player chooses up to 2 set creatures he or she controls, then sacrifices the rest. At least it gives the other opponent options, I mean, but still, it's really nice. And then, finally, who do you think it is? Oh wait, it's Nicol Bolas, the one last Planeswalker. God, his just mana cost is insane. It's 4 of any, 1 water, 2, I'm going to call it like death, and 1 fire. His +3 is to destroy target non-creature permanent. His -2 is to gain control of target creature. Didn't I read this in the beginning? Yeah, I read this in the beginning. Yeah. So, if you're curious to know what it is, again, his -9 is Nicol Bolas. Planeswalker deals 7 damage to target player. That player discards 7 cards and sacrifices 7 permanents. Yeah, I read that in the beginning. I forgot about that. I guess I just didn't take it out. Alright, so that's basically... literally just it. Those are all the decks. Those are all the Planeswalker decks. They're all right here. And now all we have left are the tokens and the... what are they called again? Scheme cards. So yeah, I'll just open the tokens first, because who cares about tokens? Ah! Hold on. There we go. I'm not weak, I swear. I just don't know. Okay, I got a soldier, zombie. Okay, so it's just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's 5 soldiers and 5 zombies, as you can see right there. Really, I can say this now, it's nothing special, obviously. Oh wait, on the back there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horrors, 4 beasts, and 1 spirit. So it's double-sided tokens like I forgot. It's really nice. I like it. It's pretty handy if you ever need them. And now to open the actual... I always forget what they're called. Scheme cards. Piece of cardboard that came off the bottom. Trash. 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 Okay, there's a little... Is this a poster? What is this? I can't really show this all on camera, but it's basically... Oh, it's just it's like basically instructions on how to play. And yeah, it just gives a little backstory, I guess. That's pretty handy. Just put that right there for now. Alright, let's look at these scheme cards. When will you learn? When you set this scheme in motion, each opponent exiles the top card of his or her library. You may cast any number of non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. I'm gonna try to put these on screen if they are on Google or something. If not, I'm just reading them to you. You know what I mean? What's yours is now mine. It's a scheme card, obviously. When you set this scheme in motion, gain control of target creature an opponent controls and untap it. Next, this world belongs to me. When you set this scheme in motion, draw 2 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. That's useful. Next, there is no refuge. When you set this scheme in motion, it deals 3 damage to up to 1 target creature. Create a 3/3 black horror creature token. So those can be used for that. Reckoning approaches. When you set this scheme in motion, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Power without equal. When you set this scheme in motion, draw 3 cards. You have no maximum hand size until your next turn. If you control 6 or more lands, you may cast up to 3 non-land cards from your hand without paying their mana costs. Sorry, my throat's getting really scratchy. Pay tribute to me. When you set the scheme in motion, each opponent sacrifices a creature. If you control 6 or more lands, each opponent sacrifices another creature. I'm sorry I'm not really giving any opinion on how I like the card. I'm just trying to get through these because I really don't know how long this video is going to be, and I'm kind of mad that it cut out. So it might cut out again. So future notice if it cuts and I inform you, that's why. I'll try to fix that in the future. No one will hear your cries. Well, that's depressing. When you set the scheme in motion, each opponent chooses a creature he or she controls and sacrifices the rest. I like that card. My Laughter Echo. I just want to take the time to if I haven't put these on screen, I really like the art of these cards. They're really, really nice. I like them. My Laughter Echoes. An ongoing scheme remains face up until it's abandoned. Okay, so this is kind of just stays on the field forever. Whenever you set a non-ongoing scheme in motion, you may abandon this scheme. If you do, set that scheme in motion again. How OP. My forces are innumerable. This is also an ongoing scheme. At the beginning of your end step, create a 3/3 black horror creature token. At the beginning of your opponent's end step, they may sacrifice 2 creatures. If they do, abandon this scheme. So it's kind of I sacrifice this, you have to sacrifice your scheme. The mighty will fall. When you set this scheme in motion, choose an opponent with the highest life total among your opponents. That player loses 7 life. That's just an FU, man. That's so messed up. Oops. And I guess I'll put these in their deck boxes. Make yourself useful. That's what my mom says to me a lot. When you set the scheme in motion, destroy target creature an opponent controls. If a creature is destroyed this way, you gain life equal to its toughness. I don't know how I feel about that. It's nice. No evil. When you set the scheme in motion, until your next turn, up to 1 target opponent can attack with creatures. Up to 1 target opponent can't cast creature spells, and up to 1 target opponent can't cast non-creature spells. You can't choose any player as a target more than once. So you're basically choosing those 3 opponents you're versing, so you gotta kind of relate to their deck, which one would fit best in your fight, which one you could best fight against. It's hard to explain. I don't really know how to explain it. You should be able to understand. For each of you, a gift. When you set the scheme in motion, for each opponent, create a 3/3 black horror creature token that attacks if each player... Oh, my bad. I'm really bad at reading. Create a 3/3 black horror creature token that attacks that player each combat, if able, not each player. Don't worry, guys. I'll do better, I swear. I just need... First of all, I need this, freaking camera rig so I can just set it up easier. When you set the scheme in motion, each opponent discards a card. You draw a card for each land card discarded this way. And I'm sorry I didn't read the name. It's Every Dream and Nightmare. I really like the art on that. Again, I'm probably putting it on screen. Delight in the Hunt. When you set the scheme in motion, create a 3/3 black horror creature token and prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. Fix these. Again, I really like this spin counter. I like it a lot. Choose your demise. When you set the scheme in motion, look at the top 4 cards of your library and separate them into face-down pile and face-up pile. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put the cards in that pile into your hand and the rest to the bottom of your library in any order. Wow. I really like that, honestly. That's probably my favorite card out of this so far. Bow to my command. This is an ongoing scheme. Creatures the chosen player controls can attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your opponent's end step, they may tap any number of untapped creatures they control with a total power 8 or greater. If they do, abandon the scheme. Behold my grandeur. Scheme. Whoa, okay. This has actual mana on it. When you set the scheme in motion, add a 1 water, 1 black, or 1 death, and 1 fire to your mana pool. When you set the scheme in motion, if you control 6 or more lands, you may search your library for a card with converted mana cost 6 or greater, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Oh, and I never pointed out, I really like the back of the cards. It's like a freaking magic card on steroids with Archenemy on the bottom. Alright, let me read this last one. Because I have willed it. It's an ongoing scheme. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, which I love those types of cards. At the beginning of your opponent's end step, if they cast 4 or more spells this turn, abandon this scheme. Well, that's about literally all the scheme cards, and I think I've went through basically everything. Yeah. I'm sorry guys that this video wasn't really the best made. It hasn't been ever since the beginning. I've been trying to improve. I kind of improved the lights, the setup a little better, you know what I mean? I'll try to really do better. This was just one of those things I picked up at the store just now, and I'm like, why don't I make a video on it? So I literally took like 20 minutes to put this video together, you know? So I bought it earlier today, and it's like 12 o'clock at night right now, so I'm sorry about that. And yeah, I'll put these together and I'll put those decks in it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't see why you would. It's more like my sick unboxing and tired unboxing, you know? And I will be using this. This is a really nice life counter. I like it a lot. I don't know, I just like it. Wish it would focus. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I really enjoy it. It would help the channel a lot, help me a lot. And I'll see you guys later.